Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. As always, we have our three piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below as well. That being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1. And welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the beautiful fox, the intuitive fox. So the fox is a message today about taking inspired actions, being resourceful, strategizing even, things like that. Very Seven of Swords energy, and it's light. So yeah, and when I received this fox, it as a gift, it came with the word intuition. So following your intuition, listening, connecting, which is actually amazing because it sits above the attuned to the divine card, New Moon in Pisces, which is very much about your intuition and attuning to the divine, attuning to the higher messages, maybe even seeing the bigger picture of what's going on, you know. As I look at a giraffe on your spread here, there's a giraffe, so that's definitely, you know, having an elevated viewpoint. Oh, next to that is a ladder. My goodness, I'm just going to hold that up, actually. I'm just seeing there's a lot to say about your oracles here today. About maybe, yeah, literally leveling up, but seeing the bigger picture here. But yeah, group 1, let's maybe jump into your past energy. I'll see some of the... We've got Virgo, Pisces here, Libra, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, Leo again. Yeah, all here. So could be your energy, someone you're dealing with, or Cancer's over there too. It doesn't matter too much. So in the past energy for group 1, we have the Four of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. So overall, with the Four of Cups starting out your reading especially, and Chariot being the underlying energy of your reading, talking about getting yourself out of a predicament or moving forward with your life, or just, you know, what do I want to say, perhaps taking inspired action to, you know, move things along in some way, because with the Four of Cups, not all things are working out how you may like in the recent past. We've got opportunity in all of this though. See the cup being handed to this little rabbit, but the rabbit's not really interested. They're more focused on the empty cups, more focused on what's not working out. This can sometimes be a bit of victim mentality, or feeling unsupported, or just yeah, not really able to acknowledge what is good around you, or what you have got, what you can utilize. Just, you know, overlooking a few things, maybe your resources that are available to you. You've got the Six of Pentacles next, which is generosity and equality and benevolence and kindness and charity, which is interesting because some of the oracle cards you've got above here speak about that as well, about being connected and looking after other people, giving and receiving, allowing yourself to be helped, not going things on your own. And then with the Hanged Man next to it, I think you may have this realization perhaps at this time of what is required of you to level up, and but in amongst all of this, with the Hanged Man being there, there's definitely like possibly resistance to what's not working out, and, you know, feeling perhaps unsupported, or we've got a few cards here that do talk about letting go of control, the things you can't control, and just doing what you can with what you've got here in this moment. The Hanged Man is always that message of shifting your perspective on the situation, and it's usually because you are stuck in a situation, or things aren't, you know, are immovable, I'm hearing. So maybe something you're dealing with that's a little bit immovable right now, and so you're going to have to be flexible, or you're going to have to yeah, maybe bend in ways you didn't think you could. You're not going to break, I'm hearing, in that case, if that message is for you. If you're being called to bend in ways you didn't think you could, then you know, I'm just hearing strengthen up, like, you know, prepare yourself. Or there's something here about, you know, being flexible, or being stronger in how you're handling a situation, just so that you can see the benefit here. Happening for me, not to me, comes to mind, and sometimes it does feel like it's happening to you. But with some time and retrospect, you can sometimes see that there is a little for you in everything, somehow. Somehow. So in the current energy moving into the week ahead, you have got the Judgment and the Emperor here. Very strong energies of major arcana, especially coming off the Hangman. So these are pretty strong energies. So and I see a lot of different messages for many of you. For a lot of you here, I think, especially given the Seven of Pentacles is the next card out, you can see here that you're coming to this realization that it is time to literally take inspired action, as the full moon in Virgo says. Time to perhaps level up in some way and be an authority in your own life. There is work to be done. The Seven of Pentacles is here, but you're more than equipped to do so. I'm sort of getting a remembering yourself or remembering your strengths in all of this. There's something about remembering who you are and how brilliant you are. You may have forgotten for a minute or something like that. Like, I don't know what's happened, but it does seem like, you may need a little help, or maybe you've received a little help recently getting back on your feet, or to help you with a situation, or you definitely need to call in. Literally says here, call in support with star family. You're part of a team of souls. Call them in. And it's with the card attuned to the divine with new moon in Pisces. It's definitely that message to encourage you to, again, with the fox intuition, connect to your guides, connect to your team, listen to the wisdom that comes through, because you are very connected. And I think you're really hearing the message of the way I think Spirit wants to move your life right now, in the direction that you're encouraged to take. And then as we progress into the week, it's quite amazing cards here. I feel, let's just show you. We have the Ace of Pentacles, Death, the Ace of Wands, and the Fool. Isn't that quite amazing? There's a lot of fresh energy here, because this is new beginnings, and then rebirth. So this week is 100% a time for you to take any inspired action that comes to you. Take leaps of faith. Be open to new beginnings. We've got here, get more done, and I feel like pulling that up right now. Identify and eliminate distractions that aren't adding value to your day. Maybe making a to-do list would be helpful, but you've got a lot of fresh energy here, and you're encouraged and inspired to embrace any transformations or endings, some death cycles that are happening in your world, so that there can be rebirth. You're encouraged to just embrace them and let things die if they need to die, so that it can be reborn. Let things go. Let there be space. Let there be a moment of a void if you need to enter a void. But this, I think, is more about encouragement. Maybe something's already shifted and ended and moved, hence the Four of Cups there and the Hanged Man. But and seeing the Judgment, the Emperor, it's like you're realizing what you've got to invest in now. Like something's becoming clear of what it is you've got to do. And you're attempting to take those steps, or you are taking those steps this week. That's what's going on. And there will be inspired ideas coming your way. There will likely be, for some of you, a gift or an opportunity coming your way as well. And then we also have the Queen of Pentacles at the end of your week. So things are really improving. This is a time of expansion and a time of blessings. Even though there may be challenge here and not everything's how you want it to be, there's 100% this message of growth. In the challenge, we have the Devil, the Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. So there may be some things that you're feeling really, I was going to say addicted to. That might be the case. You might be struggling with an addiction or an obsession, or something that's you're finding really hard to dislodge or remove yourself from. The Devil can be so many different things, right? It can be someone else's toxic behavior. Maybe you're needing to protect yourself or defend yourself from that energy, or just remove yourself from the situation. There's also this message here about doing things that doing things the right way, like what you know to be true, not being distracted or tempted by other things, what other people are doing, comparisons. All of that energy is just there's no need for that. It will only distract you. Was there something about distraction we were looking at before? I'm not sure. But what I'm seeing here is in the challenge may be temptation or something maybe you're struggling to release and liberate yourself from, or stand up for yourself or defend yourself. But that is the challenge this week. But I can see here, even in the Eight of Pentacles, what will help with the challenge is to turn your back on these energies and to stay focused, stay true to yourself, and remove yourself from unhealthy situations, or continue to heal, take your journey. Further guidance with what will help with that challenge. We have the King of Pentacles. So this is taking very grounded and inspired action again. King of Pentacles is very masterful in the material realm. So this is about, you know, this can be about so many things, but showing up for your life, showing up for your responsibilities. We've got the Emperor here as well, and the Seven of Pentacles. So there's a real responsible energy about you this week. Six of Swords, letting yourself release the past, and Strength, having the ability to not re-engage in things that are unhealthy, but to stay the path, to stay the course. To release the past is a really big one for this Six of Swords I'm feeling today, and to begin anew if that's the case. We're seeing a lot of fresh energy here, but allow yourself to have a fighting chance by releasing the past. Yeah. Honoring your softness. There's something about honoring softness here as well. Don't be afraid to be soft when you like don't yeah, like not being jaded, perhaps being open to new experiences. Further guidance, we have the Three of Cups, the Sun, and the Four of Swords. So this is a really beautiful message to say, well, of course, celebrate the success that you've achieved so far and where you're at right now. Any achievements you've had recently, perhaps if it is with regards to removing yourself from that devil energy or whatever it is you're liberating yourself from or moving through that is a challenge. Definitely acknowledge how far you've come. Spending time with friends would be really nice right now. You may have a reunion, I should say, recollection, I was going to say. A reunion with somebody or a group of people you love, or just getting to catch up with some friends would be really, really beneficial. Spending time with your children. We've got a sweet little bubby in the pouch here, so spending time with your children if you're a parent, or, you know, family members, people that are special to you. There's a lot of energy in this reading about family and tribe and staying connected. Four of Swords, know when you need rest. Pull back, have time for you. Give yourself plenty of rest this week. Be mindful of your need for rest and sunlight at equal times, maybe. For some of you might be sleeping in the day and you work nights, and it might be challenging to get the sunlight you want, or to feel a little normal, or even to be able to catch up with your friends. It might be a very specific message for somebody, but you may be finding, a little bit at times very tired, but your friends are going to lift you up right now, so do lean on them. Especially given that soft star family in the reading. And so this is also a card to say that if you have a feeling like this, that you don't have those people, this can also herald that coming into your life, that there will be somebody who feels like star family, or somebody who just feel very connected to. In the outcome, we have the King of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords. And this is interesting. I feel like this is you overcoming yourself or parts of you that are really challenged, because the King of Swords and the Seven of Swords is about, like I said with the fox there, it's about inspired action, and it's about using resources and using your intellect. The Eight of Swords is being in a self-imposed prison. It's, you know, struggling really quite a lot with beliefs and things that aren't true, or letting your mind, sometimes we can go into a bit of a spiral, and that was what I can see here. But using your resources and using your life around you to help, maybe pull yourself out of a hole if you do feel that way, or using your intellect or your assertive boundaries or whatever is required against energies that, are misleading or leaving you in this space of confusion or powerlessness in some way. So whether it's you're dealing with another person or it's something within yourself, taking inspired action in your life, I think, especially with the King of Pentacles here, doing something practical will be very good for you. Like going and sorting a drawer or something, instead of like maybe something that's not so healthy. Do it just choosing an action that's going to help you feel a little bit more grounded in your reality, in your world, and maybe a sense of control over what's going on in the immediate energy. Sometimes it can be very helpful when the rest of the world is out of control to maybe just go deal with something you can control, like your kitchen or your shed if it needs sorting, whatever it is. So in the oracles, we have the Emperor Penguin, inspiration and loyalty, unsupported and lax. Go to the book for this beautiful card. So community through inspired action, which is so cool to see that card, because you have the full moon in Virgo, take inspired action, and there's so much here that's so all interconnected and beautiful about your reading. So it's like I think what that's trying to say is that like everything is interconnected, and that there's a genius behind it all, and that you can trust that and to slow down and connect to it. So what am I talking about here? Community through inspired action all align as you step into the space of seeing past the obvious to recognize that something more. You have the ability to go beyond what most are seeing and achieving from what presents in the aesthetic experience of life. From this truly opened doors to achieve. Spirit of the Penguin is here to remind you that this is not a time to go it alone. And when you open to give and receive help from others that are guided across your path, you will find soul family that share a vision. And this vision will ascend you onto a newer paths that may have otherwise remained hidden from you. Self-love and openness of sharing in this life to help and to be helped. Self-love, the openness of sharing in this life to help and to be helped. This unity of a circle of something is a circle of something. I'm not reading very well, am I? This unity is a circle of something so powerful and profound. To embrace that without ego, just willingness and acceptance, then you find an expansion of consciousness that takes you ever deeper into a cycle of evolution for your soul. So in short, you experience past the obvious, give of self and receive equally from others. It is a time to be calling in your support, calling in your help, leaning on others and helping others where you feel called to, and maybe also shifting your perception if you're feeling like you do not have that support. Then what can you do to support yourself or support another and create that, foster that community, that sense of community and connection in your life in any which way you can. Like, again, I'm coming back to that message of, well, if you can't control one thing in the way you want something to go, maybe tend to what it is you can control and try to nurture that. So we have that star family, as we saw. You're part of a team of souls call in support, attune to the divine with the new moon in Pisces. I think, are we approaching? I'm not sure, I shouldn't say. I haven't been looking lately at anything in the stars. Been a bit busy in my world. So we also have the card Thriving, and as I said before, we see that elevated viewpoint, like with the ladder here as well, to see the bigger picture of your journey and what you're up to right now, and sort of accepting that maybe if it is chaotic and a mess, it's a beautiful mess, and that there's genius behind where you stand. But yeah, if you draw this card, you are a survivor. And not only do you survive, you use situations that others might find challenging to thrive. You expand when others shrink. This may be a time to adapt to your circumstances rather than to be overcome by them. You have a remarkable ability to step beyond any challenge. You are strong. Others may find shelter in your energy, and right now that's okay. Giving to others, through giving to others, you are in turn nourished. See this all the way through your reading. This card may be urging you to step into the primal, primordial, powerful part, wild part of yourself. Doing this will increase your vitality and contribute to your overall well-being. And then, as we saw it, we have level up, start small, start today. Just start. The sky is the limit, and then get more done. Identify and eliminate distractions. To-do lists are the best for that, of course. So group 1, that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it has given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance. And if you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. And yeah, hope you enjoyed your reading. Bye group 2. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the Howlite point, and this one is for you. And the Howlite is a stone of dreaming and restful sleep, but it's also a stone of releasing attachments and just enjoying life, just finding the sweet little joys in life. But yeah, getting a restful sleep is a beautiful one. Howlite, it's a great stone for remembering your dreams. And put a little piece in your pillowcase or by your bed if you like, for a restful sleep. So group 2, what can I see here? I can see in your reading Libra, Leo, it's kind of Sagittarius and Capricorn up there. So those could be energies that are dominant in your chart. They could be your sign, someone you're dealing with as well. But let's jump into the past energy for group 1. So we have the 5 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. And it's interesting because when the 5 of Swords came out, my eyes just immediately fell straight onto this card. Leave the past behind, the last quarter moon in Capricorn. So there is quite likely a cycle in the past that you are leaving behind, or you've been encouraged to leave behind. Maybe you're still holding on a little bit, but you are encouraged to leave something behind here. Leave the past in the past. And with this 5 of Swords, this is somebody, you know, moving away from a battlefield, or moving away from petty dramas, or it could be manipulation and mind games, you know, being used, and it's just not a comfortable situation. Nobody really feels like they won in this predicament. And with the 3 of Wands after it in your past energy, it shows that you're trying to take a different path in life, and you're looking forward to a new horizon and lots of blessings that are coming for you. In fact, some of these blessings may be already showing up in the new. You might be seeing new growth for yourself in your life around you, new opportunities immediately here. This could be a new job, new ideas, adventure plans, travels, whatever it might be. But you can see with the 3 of Wands, this is the message of waiting for your ships to come in after having made a bit of a change in your life, maybe leaving the past behind. And yeah, looking for new opportunities. So what carries on from the Ace of Pentacles? We have the 4 of Pentacles. So you might be blocked to some of these opportunities coming your way. You may feel a little blocked at times. But they're still here nonetheless. And with the 4 of Pentacles in your immediate energy, it might be also a time for you to really focus on building something from the ground up. I'm actually looking at this card now. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. And I think that's where you're at right now, is building something fresh for yourself, letting yourself build a new foundation, being a bit more strong within yourself. And so that could be done in a number of ways. Maybe it's through your finances and budgeting, and getting the bills out on time and saving a bit of money. Maybe that's how you feel stronger within yourself. Or maybe it's to do with what you do with your time, and what you do with your mind, and the way you speak to yourself. There's a lot of things that this grounding can come from, through actions, progressive actions in your world, or something more internal. Or protecting yourself from energies that you don't need to engage with because they may be harmful to you. With the 4 of Pentacles, this very much can be a protection energy, a saving energy, telling people no, or just not engaging in things that aren't going to lift you up. And as we progress into the week ahead, we have got the Hanged Man and Judgment. So in amongst all of this, you may be coming to realize that, well, first of all, I want to say you're not as stuck as you may feel. And that's what you might be coming to realize this week, because you might be coming out of a difficult chapter and realizing that maybe there's an opportunity for growth here for you, even if it is that you've left a relationship behind and you're now on your own, or life has perhaps changed in some way, that there's a new beginning and you're not so certain how that beginning is going to take place or what may happen here. But you are encouraged to explore, and be open and be flexible. Group 1 had a similar flexibility message. You might be drawn to Group 1 as well. I like that this is encouraging with your life as a canvas, artist, manifestation. Like, I do feel with all of this that this is something you're coming to realize is your creative ability, and that it is time to step up in some way. I'm actually encouraged to pull this card now, the self-exploration card. Peel off the false persona and get to know yourself to find your truth. And I feel like you may be forced into this sort of period at this time, whether it's through, it can be through something more abrupt and unexpected, or it can be through just gentle encouragement. But you are right now, really pushed to self-explore, to get to know parts of yourself, and maybe it's through challenge or restriction that shows. And as your week progresses, we have got the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Sun. So you definitely see 2 people coming together here. There is support around you, or there is maybe something very exciting happening at the end of your week. You might be meeting up with a friend, or this could be your partner. You're getting some quality time together as a family, or doing something that you enjoy doing out in nature. You might be going on a little adventure, a little day trip somewhere. Like, that's definitely a possibility for all of this here. Maybe spending time with the children or with family, or definitely like a road trip vibe for some people, or like going for a nature walk, or like there's something here about enjoying nature and getting out and about with all of this combination. This could also just be like a really good catch up with a group of friends that really get along. You might be doing something very creative. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands is, and then the Sun. All of this is very inspirational and creative and fun energy. So definitely looks like probably a pretty positive weekend for group twos coming up for you. And whatever this energy is you're moving through this week, it seems to open you up to more understanding or to more opportunity. So maybe you're doing something that's really supportive for yourself to help feel more solid, so that you can surrender into what is. And there's that message here actually is a bit of a strong one in my world at the moment. It's just that true happiness comes from being present to whatever is in front of you right now. And I think that might be what you're doing as well, is just maybe peeling off that false persona, or taking off the blinders and seeing something for how it is, and embracing it, even if it's not comfortable, or things need to change or grow in some way. There's maybe some acknowledgement needed in an area here, but you're embracing it is what I do see. In the challenge, we have the 9 of Swords with the 9 of Cups reversed, and then we have the 3 of Pentacles. So for some of you, you may have a wish fulfillment that is not apparent in your world right now. There may be something you really do want to manifest. It could be, a situation with a specific person or a group, or an opportunity with the 3 of Pentacles to work with somebody or to collaborate with somebody. It could be, to do with your relationship as well, to work together on something, but you may be feeling like that's not happening at the moment, or maybe that's something that's in your challenges, getting on the same page and being able to cooperate to work together towards a common goal. And maybe, there's something there for some of you about that. And with the 9 of Swords being here in your challenge and having Howlite, the stone of sleeping and dreams, you may be really troubled with nightmares or lack of sleep, or just not getting enough rest so that you can be at your best. Interesting, because I do always keep my cards upright, and if they flip, they flip, and they'll take them reversed then. And the 9 of Cups was, unmistakably reversed here. So you're definitely seeing things at the moment, like wish fulfillment is not for you, or it's not happening. But even as these cards are here, if you're going through any personal challenge, you can see a little positive turnaround in this week, or just feeling present, feeling happy, feeling blessed in the moment, that sort of fun energy. What will help with the challenge here? We have the Fool, the 6 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. So for some of you, you could be revisiting some things that are very painful. You could be working on healing with somebody. This could be healing within a family dynamic. You could be working through heartache with children, or with something to do with the family that's struggling at the moment, and maybe a bit of pain. You may have suffered a loss. So spending time with family and with children, and just enjoying your home space, revisiting things of the past, things your inner child may really love to do. This could be something that helps you with your challenge right now. But reunion is definitely on the cards here with the 6 of Cups. For some people here, there may have been a lot of hurt, but you may be giving this a new chance or a new beginning to heal past pain and really have that dream that you may have always wanted. There's definitely opportunity in amongst the pain here somehow. It's something that you revisit and heal, or something you do for your children, or something you do for your inner child. There's a lot of different opportunities and potentials in that area. But to try new things, it's even just the way the Fool sort of looks up on the table to the little girl and the sun, and it's just, see the sweetness here, and how can you cultivate that in your life this week or today even. Now, further guidance, we have the Tower, the 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. So for some of you, you may have felt that you've invested in something that has blown up, or maybe it's been abruptly, dismantled, destroyed, however you take it. And you may have felt like, everything you've invested in is perhaps lost, or that, it didn't come to what you would like it to. And so that might be really hard to reconcile, or to figure out what to do from here, because the 7 of Cups then shows, well, where do I go from here? I've just invested all this energy into something that's not going the way I'd like it to, or it hasn't worked out. And so now I've got to find a different path, or now different doors have opened up. And I just want to hold this card. You have the card Openness as well. So this is a time to be open, definitely a time to be open, to be flexible, to be movable, to be inspired, although you don't understand everything, and there's opportunity to choose the wrong thing. There may be fear around choosing the wrong thing. you are encouraged to let things, leave the past behind, let things crumble, let the past be in the past, and see what you can do with what's in front of you here to create new opportunities. You've got the Ace of Pentacles here, so there's something fresh around you. There's an opportunity around you that you may not be wanting to take. You may want to be holding on to things at this time, because the Four of Pentacles and the Hanged Man is in the immediate energy, so you might be a little resistant to just surrendering and letting it all go, and maybe letting the tears fall if that's what you need. And with Judgment there, you do get that realization, that awakening this week. It's coming to you, and that sits above the card first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck, that there is a fortunate maybe turn of events or things unfolding in a way that's a lot better for you than you realized. And with the Page of Wands and all of that, you're moving into this really sunny, light-hearted energy in your week ahead, in the end of your week, or whenever you connect. It does look like open and ready and more embracing. So in the outcome, am I up to that? Yeah, we have the Three of Cups and the Knight of Swords, the Two of Cups. So you can definitely see there's some message coming in for you very quickly, maybe to reconnect with you, or somebody wants to join with you. This could be a friend that just wants to catch up, or it could be almost anything at all, especially with the Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, somebody who wants to be with you, or it could be your partner who wants to spend time with you. Maybe you've got plans for a special type of date, or maybe they want to catch up with friends and organize a party. Like, I can see so much here about connection and making things happen. You may get a message from out of the blue with the Knight of Swords being here, like, hey, I want to catch up with you, or you may be the one to send in that message to somebody. The Ace of Swords is on the bottom of your decks, and the Page of Cups. So you have got communication and potential apologies or forgiveness, compassion. We've got the Six of Swords there, so leaving the past in the past. We've even got the Power Wheel of Fortune. So there's a lot of blessings and change here for you, things turning out more positive than you may have expected, or just the connection and coming together for to celebrate, or to it could be spending time with really good friends that are there for you to help move you forward in some way. Just check there, the Devil, the King of Wands, the Ace of Wands. We have the Devil, the King of Wands, the Ace of Wands looking in that little bit there as well. So some of you may be dealing with a connection that you feel very bonded to, or maybe that's trauma bonded, or maybe it's not, but there's a lot of different people connecting to this, so it's going to be a little tricky. There's the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, so it might have been an unhealthy connection that is working on becoming healthy, or it could be something within yourself that you're releasing so that you can have healthier connections, or manifest the dreams that you have. So in your oracles, we have the card Raven, which is interesting, because as I pulled right before I think I pulled this card, I was thinking about a raven feather in a conversation I'd had with a friend last week, and then Raven came out. I'm wondering, I wonder if she'll choose this group. I'm sure she'll message me if she did, because Raven is here, and it's a beautiful message, aspiring messenger, and the shadow element is justification or disempowered. So maybe I'll have a little squiz at the book for Raven. Raven. So the light attribute, you are clear and you are on track. Do not doubt what you feel, and know for the intuitive connection that you have and the souls helping you on your path is huge. Spirit of the Raven is here to let you know that it is time, it is your time to rebirth into your power and potential, and all the forces on earth and through the levels of heaven are with you now to guide you as you move into a space of personal expansion and growth. You have the ability to recognize and avoid deception, to make choices that create opportunity and growth. You are a channel to see, feel, and know your higher truth, and as such, you must trust in that. Let go of fear that has patterned within thought process. Illuminate the truth within your soul as you connect to the magic that is all around, manifesting into a transformation so profound. And that is where you find yourself. I see it happening here with Judgment, the Hanged Man. It's like you may be stuck with something, but there's illumination, and you suddenly get the truth or the knowing of what is needed. In the area, the shadow element, I will mention justification or disempowered. This is a time to take whatever message is for you. There's a time to be wary. The energy around you could be one of deception or trickery, and it's energy that could be leading you astray from what really matters. And if it looks too good to be true, then take a step back and release attachment through desire and get your head clear. It can become, the spirit comes with a message, Raven spirit comes with a message of not believing everything you see and hear. You must be cautious, cleanse the space around you, and be that of physical relationships or your connection to your higher self and the teams in spirit. Ancestors in spirit also trying to connect with you, but there is a block. Overall, this deception blinds the truth and distorts the fabric of reality and who you think you are and want to be. So try working to release expectation of outcomes, understand imprinted patterning through ancestral lines and how this wounding energy impacts your ability to intuitively receive and manifest the life you deeply desire. This is a message of going deeper, recognizing more, and stepping outside of your comfort zone to be able to move past what has been blinding you from creating the magical shift that you definitely have the potential for. So I really think that was quite a good message there as well. It's a beautiful deck by Susan Green. I'll put that in the description box as I do. She sent this one to me personally, so it's a lovely, beautiful gift. Your life is a canvas. We already touched on that. It is time to create and make something beautiful. Creative accountability, I think, also comes into that message of, like with the Raven, about being blinded and what it is you are creating and what you have created as well, and taking acknowledgement for that and realizing, well, if I've created this, then I can also create that. When I feel that, I think as well about really choosing carefully what you invest your energy into and making life great for yourself by investing in yourself and in your, like, maybe not investing in something that, like, letting go of something that may have destroyed and crumbled, and really truly just nurturing yourself and your new beginning, and looking ahead to new opportunities and looking ahead to what's good, what you can do. So we had the leave the past behind and then believe in your good luck. We also have the card openness. I'll go to the book. I love the little sacred destiny write-ups. When you receive this card, be open to receiving signs. Be still, do nothing, be open, breathe. Relax completely and thoroughly. Incubate your dreams for the future. If you're trying to make a decision, take the time to watch for signs and listen for whispers of the universe, which is great when you see the Seven of Cups, because it's all about being a little overwhelmed by choice or options or confusion. So take your time. Watch your dreams for messages regarding the situation. Become the sacred watcher. Observe life as it unfolds rather than becoming engaged in it. Be open to what the universe has in store for you. Be receptive to messages from your soul. This card can also be the bringer of sacred wonders into your life. Miracles can show up in ways you didn't expect, and that is what's happening here in this reading. I can see it because the Hanged Man has got you in that place. And then suddenly there's this shift. Let's just leave it with you. In ways you didn't expect. Like a message comes through, or there's some sort of connection or magnetism, or a meeting with somebody. There's, with this energy, two people coming together. There's something here for you coming up this week. We have the card self-exploration. We already touched on that. It is time to get honest and really find yourself in amongst all that is happening here. Your true, authentic self. Truly, yeah, there's a lot, I think, personally to meditate on with regards to that. What does that look like? What does that mean for you right now? And who does that refer to, perhaps? We also have the card hydrate. So a wonderful time to be hydrating, a bit of tea. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. So that is the message for group 2 this week. I hope that it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. If you're after a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 2. Hey, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the beautiful Crackle Quartz, then this one is for you. So Crackle Quartz is a beautiful stone for creating abundance, but also cleansing the aura and removing any heavy energies, any negative energies, negative thoughts, attachments, just cleansing your aura, feeling lighter, letting yourself have a purification, perhaps a release. and I just get a lot of fertility for new soil. So, all right, group 3, let's jump into your reading. Some of the main energies I can see here are Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, and then the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius there as well. So group 3, interesting reading, that's for sure. You've got some things going on. You've got a lot of big things going on, group 3. All right, starting with the past energy. We have the 2 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups. So recent past energy, sort of current energy potentially. We're seeing things are a little bit challenging, to say the least. With the 2 of Swords, you may be feeling a little bit uncertain about the way to move right now, because there's potentially challenges you're coming up against within other people or in your situation. You can see here with the group, with the 5 of Wands has a group of a family potentially, you know, not agreeing, not seeing eye to eye on a potential date or the way things should be done with regards to paperwork. Or so there's, I am seeing here for some there's like a maybe even going through a divorce situation or some kind of settlement with assets. So there's a lot of really talk here. We've got a for sale sign here on the death card as well. So you might be dealing with the sale of a home, or you might be dealing with all sorts of different things that really talk about that big structure in your life potentially. It might not be in that realm as well. Of course, it could be like an argument you're having with within a relationship or in your workspace. Maybe you're not seeing eye to eye with your boss, or the way the job is done, or something like this. There's something here that's causing a bit of conflict and struggle. And I think a lot of this you'd just rather not deal with. Potentially, you might be feeling like I'd just rather not. You might be wishing this away a little bit at times. But it's going to be okay. You're going to push on through and you're going to be just fine. You're going to get through this challenge and whatever else comes up as well, and make the best of it and bring yourself into a situation that's harmonious for you. But past energy, more current energy, yeah, you might be not seeing the opportunity that's in amongst all of this loss or in amongst this challenge. She's usually blindfolded in the 2 of Swords, but her eyes are closed in both of these cards, you know. And she sort of looks like she's being under attack a little bit here as well, and needing to, you know, put a firm boundary out here and say, well, right, this is how it actually is. So you might be needing to lay the law down, or maybe you've recently laid the law down with someone and said no, or that's not okay, or something like that. In the current energy, we have got the Temperance, so a card of moderation and patience. Moving on into the week ahead, you have the 10 of Cups and the World. So for some of you with the World and the 10 of Cups, you might be closing out a marriage. There may be a divorce happening here. That could be the message for some. Not for everyone, of course. For some, you're happily married and the challenges lie elsewhere. But either way, what I'm seeing here is that there is a really big change, like maybe a closing out of a chapter. And it makes sense. You've got the card Void here as well. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. And when I see the World card after the 10 of Cups, it's sort of asking you to close out this chapter with grace, because there is something fresh and new there for you. You may not be experiencing that yet right now. You might be in the closing cycle. The cards sort of reflect the closing of a cycle here perhaps, but there is there may be a lot of memories attached to where you are or the situation you're in. We've got a marriage here, so there could be a marriage involved in the situation, whether it's within your family or your own. But we do see here an end of a cycle, and I do feel like things are changing. For some of you, with this is your marriage, you may be that you are, you know, for those that are still married and working on their marriage, if that is about a marriage, then there is potential here to work things out with a therapist or doing things, you know, to close old cycles. But for a lot of you, I think this is a marriage that has broken down, or a life situation that has ended or changed in some way. As we progress into the week ahead, we have the 10 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. So there may be a lot of challenge around the home. And we have seen a bit talk here about like the sale of a home. So it could be getting a house ready for sale, or trying to find an appropriate property, or there's something here that is heavy and weighed down with responsibility. It could be the housework and keeping the house running. It could be just a lot of responsibility that your community or your family rely on you for, and maybe a lot of expectation that you I think it's being overlooked how much you do or have done, and that is what I'm seeing here with the 4 and the 10 of Wands. I think especially if we've just come off Halloween as well, so this could be really immediate energy for you. It could be a bit of past energy as well, though. You've maybe done a lot to try and keep the, you know, the family running or the community like together in some sense, and it may have been maybe that there's a lot on your shoulders right now, and a lot you're carrying that you might be nice to just sort of let some of that go and let yourself enjoy some of the celebrations or things around you, the season as it changes. Like, I'm getting like it would be really nice for you to just enjoy sensory things, so like beautiful smells or nice foods, or just be soft and nurture yourself a bit here. And I think there's something about the change of season. So wherever you find yourself in the world, you know how as the seasons change, so does the foods we cook and the produce that's available to us. So maybe going with those seasonal changes and embracing them in a way that nurtures you. In the end of your week, we have got the Ace of Cups and the King of Swords. So for some of you, it could be, like I said, professional support. So if that is a therapist that you're speaking with, that'd be great. If this is a legal support, a lawyer or somebody, that would be fantastic. Or somebody who's advanced in the medical industry, if that's what you're needing right now. There's some sort of professional engaging with that could be very beneficial for you at the end of your week. You could also see a lot of changes within the home dynamic here, like fresh changes, good changes after having gone through a really big challenge. You might see a little bit of a little bit of an exhale for yourself, a bit of a salve, or like I'm just getting that feeling after you've taken a big drink after a hot day or something. So there's a bit of replenishment coming in for you, I feel here. The Lovers, wow, we've got the Lovers, and this is the for sale now, so this is to buy the home. So maybe it is that you find an agent that helps you find a home if that's what you're up to right now. Like there's definitely potential for a big move of some kind, a big investment. It could be with regards to where you're living, or maybe it's to do with the work that you provide for your community. If you're somebody you can definitely see that you're a busy person right now, and the structure of your life is shifting, and you've got to, I think there's a lot you want to do, there's a lot you've got to do. It's an interesting time for group threes, that's for sure. Considering if you've been a group 3 devotee, and I say that quite often, because if you are, you'll see the journey has been a pretty slow one this year, and challenging, of course, but it seems that over the last month or so, there's been a great deal of change for group 3, I've noticed. But if you jump between piles, then disregard that completely. So in the challenge, we've got the Five of Swords, 2 of Wands, and the Sun. So the challenge may be with regards to, well, you could be dealing with people who are competitive, as we see the podium here and the trophies and whatnot. And so you could be dealing with petty competition, people that are backstabbing or playing manipulation games or something like this. This could have happened, and it may have caused you to take a different path or move away from that energy and find growth, find optimism, find positivity, maybe even just finding the reason for all of this. That's what may be in the challenge right now, is just getting yourself away from this energy and sort of moving into, prosperous times and, seeing opportunity, looking forward to new occasions and ready for the new path. Enter the void, right? So that the void is probably the 2 of Wands a little bit here, and then coming out onto the other side, but you're leaving behind something that I feel is really taxing of your energy, and it doesn't resonate with who you are. I think there's a need for just more authenticity and forget the rest, if that makes sense. What will help with the challenge, a fair bit did fall out, so I just took them all. Page of Swords was first, so definitely leaving no stone unturned, doing your research wherever it is required. If it is you need a professional for support, then find that professional, do what is required to get the information you need to study, to learn, to cover your butt if that's what's needed, to follow policy and procedure to the letter, to do things correctly, to research. We have the Tower here as well. We have the Queen of Swords. So for some of you, maybe it is that you need a legal support here with something that has abruptly ended or something that has changed. Legal support would be probably really beneficial for something as it unfolds or as it crumbles, with the Tower being here. We also have the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So it really shows that something is crumbling and you're needing to learn a lot about this situation, because, or you may need professional help to support you, because we have the Three of Pentacles here, which is a collaboration card. It's a teamwork card. It's getting help, support from people with different backgrounds, people that you can really help, that can really help you, sorry. Or maybe the other way around, maybe you're helping somebody. I do think it's the latter. So in the Ace of Wands here as well, you can see what will help is just new inspired ideas, to a new creation, to leave, perhaps to use healthy boundaries, or, you know, be very discerning to leave the past behind and move forward into whatever it is you're creating here. If that's with another person, with another team, there's definitely need for you to focus on this next manifestation. And there's group 2 actually had a card that makes me think of this one, so maybe you feel drawn to group 2. There's something about your life being a work of art. I actually kind of feel like all the groups could be sort of connected in some way, so you might find yourself going back to one of the other groups, or maybe you've come from there. But yeah, Ace of Wands, new inspired ideas, creativity, motivation. Yeah, of course. The Ace of Wands, awaken the witch, is what you've got in your self-care prompts. Awaken the dormant potential and unlock your inner witch. You may like to do some spells, some rituals, or something that helps you connect to your own inner magic, to the magic of manifestation. I'm seeing someone bury something, so whatever, do your thing. So in further guidance, we have here the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, and the Eight of Pentacles. I really love to see these cards. There's certain cards I get in the tarot that just feel so reassuring when I see them in a reading that's got challenge and struggle and whatever else, which most readings have a little bit of that. But to see this type of energy in any area of guidance or outcome or whatever, it shows your immense power to handle a situation and to turn things out into for the better for yourself. Wheel of Fortune, well, there are cycles at play here, and it is a need for you to maybe level up in some way here with the Wheel of Fortune being here. It's also bringing you a lot of blessings in your life, the blessings that you proactively engage with. The energy that you engage with will bring more blessings. So if you've got these inspired ideas, then follow up on them, engage, and, you know, do the thing, right? Do the thing. That's the Eight of Pentacles here. She shows up. She's not worried about what other people are doing and what else is going on. She's got a job to do, and she's going to perfect it. And with the Magician, I might as well be like, all of this feels very Magician, but with the Empress here in the center, this is your ability. I feel it's your immense ability to create abundance, and just as the Crackle Court suggests, this is a stone of creating abundance, but also clearing your aura, letting yourself have a time of nurturing and be able to give nurturing. I feel like you're going to see that there's a lot of abundance coming your way on this strange turn of events. You're going to find yourself in a place that feels true for who you are, and getting the message again of authenticity and shining and just living the life you're supposed to live, creating the creations you're supposed to create. There are things you're meant to birth into the world. There's things you're meant to bring forth, and I see you in a process of creating here. Whether you've started yet, I don't know, but there is something you need to create and bring forward. In the outcome here, we have Death and the Five of Pentacles in reversed, first of all, then the Six of Swords, Nine of Swords. Interesting. Five of Pentacles upright is feeling lost and struggling. You know, Spirit's helpers are pointing one direction, and she's got earmuffs on, and she doubts and she looks backwards with concern, like, oh, am I going the right way? I'm second guessing. I'm not sure. Is this right for me? But it is in reverse with Death next to it. So with this combination, I'm feeling for you, this is a time to really enter the void, basically, is what this is saying. Embrace that rebirth, the death, the endings, the for sale, the close up, the finishing up, the clean out, all of those things. Embrace them, because you are moving forward into a better time, even if you are so worried and concerned that that's not the truth. Six of Swords and the Nine of Swords, you're going to have to overcome any negative thoughts and doubts you have, because they're going to exist, they're going to run, they're going to be there. But you're going to have to believe in where you're headed is good. Believe in your guides. Believe that what is happening for you is for you. Cleanse your aura. If you're having those negative thoughts, like really, truly, just trust this path, even if it feels a little untrusting. That the death is something that will transform your life. and that you are moving on into a time of ease and blessings. Quite literally, you have the card blessings, and I feel like that's what you're running towards. You may not see it yet, but you are. We'll go straight to the book for blessings. Immense blessings are emerging into your life from those in spirit. Angels, guides, and spirit guardians are watching over you. Angelic intervention is available to you. Be open to the voice of the divine. Messages are all around you. You are protected. You are safe. Have faith that your path is guided. Watch for signs that spiritual beings are present. Profound healing energy is flowing to you in wondrous ways. Refreshing, replenishing energy is filling your life. I really like that. Have faith that your path is guided, and that's what this is about. You may feel like that's exactly what this is about, right? You may feel a little unsure of which way am I going and not guided, and that you can't hear the message, but you are guided. You've got to really trust that even if it looks like it's a bit of a challenge, or you're walking into a storm or something here, you will come through the other side and see the wisdom in all of this. It'll change your life quite clearly here. And then I want to just hold this up for you, you know. Just give less of a stuff. And the happier you will be. Just roll with the punches, you know, go with the flow a bit here. We got sea turtle, transformational, limitless. The shadow element is destructive and limited. So you can clearly see here the polarities of your choices or your abilities here. You could choose destruction and to see limitation, or you could perhaps see that you are limitless, and that this is a time like the world card, just the world and the temperance in your sort of immediate energy week ahead shows that you can embrace this with grace and open, and through that openness, through that faith, through that embracing, through the surrender, you create the space needed to welcome in the help and the ease and the blessings and miracles. We really do create our own miracles. I think we need to engage in a certain way to welcome them in. But here we have sea turtle. I'll just read a little from the book. There is optimal emotional clarity with you and your ability to make positive decisions. This for you is a time of growth, expansion, where you can embrace new concepts and ideas fluently and work with them expansively. So think outside the box and get creative. The spirit of sea turtle is helping you to connect to and exist in a place of transforming who you are through this clarity. Realizations and epiphanies are going to take you into a space of believing in limitless. It is times of oneness, connecting to higher thought. You will realize that you are literally expanding consciousness. This driving energy awakening you to ongoing opportunity, personal abundance, and a powerful connection to your soul, moving out of a stuck energetic cycle to now exist in a fluent stream of forward movement. So being in an amazing place of open-minded perceptiveness. Destructive and limited so if this part resonates with you, I'll just read it for those that may need it. Take time to step back and let go of what you think and believe. Adopt a third-person point of view and just be an observer of all that is going on. The spirit of turtle is here to help you realize that there is a lot of destructive emotional energy around, and this is limiting your ability to think expansively. There is a specific something that is potentially anchoring your energy from transcending out of this cycle of negativity. When in the third person observer position, you can allow the information to flow to you and understand what is holding you back. As you recognize the source of the toxic energy, you can then consciously rein your inner compass from where you are to where you want to be. This opens you to create assertive action through small, achievable shifts that can be maintained long-term, connecting you back to the slipstream of living life more fully. And that is the Empress and the Eight of Pentacles right there in the further guidance. 100%. Realign your inner compass. Small shifts is the little things we do each day to get us along our path, right? The things that we know build up to that life we want. And even if they're the smallest little thing, they are worth it and contributing. Big things are made of lots of small things. Look at the pyramids. So we have the void. We already spoke about it. So it says stop, embrace winter, the great cosmic womb. And that's, yeah. When I was holding this, I'm thinking all I'm getting is like fertile soils, right? And that's the womb. This is where you're at. There's fertility around you. There's new things ready to plant into that fertility. So there's something new yet to come. So the first quarter moon in Libra, keep your heart open. And first quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being. I love this. You're at a new beginning here with 2 first quarter moons. Keep your heart open. We've already spoken about that in this reading. And speak your world into being. I think that's mostly about remaining positive as well. Being authentic. All of that has already been touched on. We have that card blessings we saw, and then give less stuffs and awaken your inner witch. So group 3, that is what I have for you. Bottom deck energy is the 6 of Wands, and we've even got the Page of Pentacles underneath that. So there's something new that you're to create that's going to bring you to success at this time. There's something, maybe it's a new idea, maybe you've been working on it for a while. You've got a bit of book work to do perhaps, 8 of Cups. You've got a bit of emotional stuff to move away from, a bit of self-reflection, getting yourself out of a challenge and back into creative mode if that's the case. A bit of forgiveness for self, forgiveness for life situations and others as it unfolds, and just not letting that hold you back from where you're headed, because you're creating something that's going to bring you maybe a lot of attention or a lot of success in some way. And the 7 of Pentacles as I split, I mean, I could do this all day for you guys. We got the Strength card there, we got the 3 of Cups. All of this, like, you just stay on your path, stay invested in what you're creating here, stay strong, let your friends hold you, celebrate with them, celebrate your small wins as you go. I can see the Hermit wanting to poke out here as well. I know it's wanting to be called, I can see it. And that's, you give yourself enough rest, you know, give yourself some downtime and meditation time, and trust that all the answers are inside of you. You don't need to seek it externally. That's the Hermit right there as well. It's a soul searching energy. So group 3, that's what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it has given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. If you're after a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye group 3.